People say everyone's different, but there's one thing that all of us have in common. Each and every one of our lives has one common theme, and that common theme is challenges and successes. Everyone's life has a challenge, but in everyone's life, there's an option. There are people who accept those challenges, and there are people who back down from those challenges. And that is what Aeschylus said. I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning to sail my ship. What this quote is saying is that each of us faces challenges in our lives every single day, every single moment. But we need to learn to back down. We need to learn to get up to them. We can't back down from them. That's the only way to make sure that we can face the hardships in life. When we're little and we're babies, we struggle with just walking. We struggle to take our first step. But that's the first of many, of millions of challenges we will face in our lives. And the way we learn to face challenges is how we will learn to face life. I will prove this quote in 3 different ways. 1, from my personal life. 1, from the book The Hunger Games. 1, from Martin Luther King Jr. From my own life. When I was little, I used to skate. And after learning my basic skating, like, just skating forwards and backwards, I got to a point where my teacher said, I'm ready for jumps. Well, I started my first jump, and I fell. And ever since that experience, I was terrified. I didn't want to get on the ice. And my mom was like, you can't quit now. How are you ever going to get up to the point where you can do a double axel or a triple axel? And I realized that this was just a tiny challenge I was facing. If I grow up, and if I want to face my dreams, I need to be able to accept way more challenges than something as simple as just doing one jump. At that arena, I used to see people doing so many types of jumps. And after seeing that, I realized that if I can't face one challenge, I can't face any. So one day, I got to that rink and I said to myself, today I'm not leaving this rink until I can master just landing this jump once. Just once. I wanted to do it and land it. And that day, I did. That's one way I'm saying is that you can't back down from challenges. The second way is from the Hunger Games. In the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen was from District 12. District 12 was like the one that was the most unknown. There was only one other winner. In all the other districts, tributes wanted to compete, but Katniss Everdeen was only competing for her sister's life. Her sister, she didn't want her to compete. But when Katniss Everdeen went there, and even though she realized the odds were against her completely, she was in the minority, she realized she couldn't back down. If she backed down, she would show fear. If she showed fear, all the other competitors would go for her first. So she realized that if she can't face this, she's dead. If she's dead, she's done with life. And then she started thinking of her sister. How would her sister survive without her? If Katniss Everdeen never was able to face the challenge in that arena, if she showed fear, she would not have survived. And that's why, in that book, the moral is that challenges, you can't back down from them. The third is from Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was African American. There were millions of segregationists in the US. Millions. And maybe like 25% of people in the US were non-segregationists. That's such a tiny amount. But Martin Luther King did not care about that. What he cared about was facing the challenge, accepting it, and showing people that there is hope for African Americans. He didn't back down. He didn't think that I can't do this. I can't stand up in front of these people. And I follow him very much. I always look at him. I always think about him when I get scared of doing something. So next time you think about a challenge you have, you realize there's something hard that's going to happen. You realize you have a competition. Or just today, there's a tournament here. Don't think about backing down. Don't ever think about not facing up to your challenges. There are only two ways to live life. One, as if everything's a miracle. And two, if nothing is a miracle. Go up to your challenges and don't back down. It's the only way to live life right.